The absolute jackpot. Mesa, Arizona, hundreds, literally hundreds, I'm not exaggerating, of these Ojai Zeekers. That one's even being driven.
Instructions when installing their seats. We may use interior cameras to check on riders, improve our product, and more. But our microphones are only on when you're chatting with us or activate them. So sing your heart out. We can't act, just relax. And thank you for riding with us.
Good to see you, Ethan.
Waymo just gave its robo-taxi fleet a major upgrade. This is the Ojai, a purpose-built autonomous vehicle and Waymo's most serious attempt yet at cracking its cost problem. It is a boxy electric minivan rolling out to select riders in the coming weeks, starting in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Phoenix before expanding to San Diego, Las Vegas, and Denver later this summer.
What's unique about the Ojai experience is that it really was an opportunity to think about a vehicle platform that is purpose-built for ride-hailing.
Now, unlike the Jaguar I-Pace, which Waymo essentially retrofitted from a consumer car with all the headaches that came with that, the Ojai was co-designed with Geely's Zeekr from the start. The steering wheel is removable. What about the gas and brake pedals?
Over time, I think you'll see some of those relics, if you will, kind of go away, the steering wheel, the pedals, to really kind of embrace that rider experience and move from being a driver-centric vehicle to a rider-centric vehicle.
Zoox is also taking the purpose-built approach, but with a very different model. No automaker partner, no steering wheel, and a cabin layout that breaks completely from the traditional car. Waymo currently operates a fleet of around 4,000 vehicles in the US and is now completing 500,000 paid robo-taxi rides a week across its US markets, which is a tenfold jump from this time last year. The Ojai, alongside a coming wave of Hyundai Ioniq 5s, is a vehicle that's supposed to help get Waymo to its next target, more than 1 million paid weekly rides by the end of 2026, roughly doubling where it stands today. How many Ojai vehicles will be in your fleet by the end of the year? What's the target?
We'll be in the thousands by the end of the year, and then the number will continue to, of course, increase into the tens of thousands. The Ioniq 5 that we're working on right now with Hyundai, we're still a ways out, but you will start to see a number of those driving around today. And we're starting to kind of ramp up, testing and everything on that platform.
Now, when you strip back the Waymo branding, the Ojai comes from Zeekr, a Chinese automaker owned by Geely, the same conglomerate that owns Volvo and Polestar. Zeekr manufactures the base vehicle in Ningbo, China, then ships to Mesa, Arizona for final assembly. Waymo bolts on all the sensors and software that make it autonomous. Waymo still pays tariffs on those imports, and the China piece remains politically sensitive, but the economics are much better than the Jaguar era. Analysts say the Zeekr-built Ojai should be meaningfully cheaper to produce than the I-Pace fleet. I've seen some analysts say that the Ojai costs half as much as the I-Pace.
That's true. Even with the tariffs involved, it is a less expensive platform than the I-Pace.
Where does that cost savings come from?
Yeah, it really comes from the idea that we were able to, with Zeekr, really design a purpose-built vehicle where you think about having everything ready to, sort of receive our self-driving system.
The Ojai is also the first vehicle to feature what Waymo calls its 6th generation driver, the hardware and software system that actually does the driving. Combine that lower cost Chinese hardware with this new interior tech, which the company says was designed to cut sensor costs while improving performance, and the math starts to move in Waymo's favor in a way that it hadn't previously. Now, the last system running in the Jaguar fleet had significantly more sensors. The new one uses 13 cameras, 4 LiDAR, and 6 radars, and Waymo says it performs better. The company switched to 17 megapixel cameras, a major jump from the previous specs. Higher resolution means the system can see more with fewer cameras. They've slashed the total sensor count by more than 40%, so cost is down and capabilities are up. The new system also builds heaters, wipers, and sprayers into the sensor pods directly, which helps them clear snow, ice, and road grime.
It really improves our capabilities to drive in even snowier weather. So our 5th generation driver is capable of driving in snow, but this goes a step farther than that.
Weather has also been a real safety test for the company. Waymo recently issued a voluntary software recall covering nearly 3,800 5th and 6th gen robo-taxis after some vehicles drove into standing water or flooded roads. The fix was a software update meant to keep the system from navigating into dangerous flood conditions. And Waymo is still finding other issues as it expands, like temporarily pausing freeway rides after spotting a problem around construction zones.
We encounter on a daily basis about 10,000 construction zones a day. We discovered a couple opportunities recently where we could make some refinements to how we do that on a freeway. And so we decided, again, with safety sort of being the most important thing for us, to pause the service on the freeway and to make those changes so that we can get back up and running quickly.
It's also facing more competition. Tesla, Zoox, and Chinese rivals are all racing to scale, and in robotaxis, unit economics are everything. That's especially important now that Waymo is no longer just an Alphabet moonshot. The company closed a $16 billion round at a $126 billion valuation with outside investors including Dragoneer, Sequoia, Andreessen Horowitz, and Fidelity. It's also laid out a roadmap to enter more than 20 cities by the end of the year, an aggressive and expensive expansion plan. The Ojai is how Waymo wants to get there, a cheaper, easier to service robotaxi built for higher volume from the start, and now moving from employee rides to paying riders.
大家好，我是主播周玉琴。很多的朋友告诉我们，选择原版的太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌。它添加有羽衣甘蓝，健康再加分。而有睡眠困扰的朋友们，赶快选择蓝色包装这一款晚安加强版，绝对是更有感。每日克菲尔，时刻美好 ，Good Feel Good， 请上快点购为健康下单，而且要记得输入推荐代码，有额外的折扣优惠。太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌基础版、晚安加强版，新包装改版，内容不变，抽取更方便。要吃就吃最好的。